We're back! Alright. Sorry it's been a minute since my last video. I started a new job. And that's pretty much it. If you ever find yourself bored with video games, Doom is one of those games that can just put a freaking metaphorical defibrillator into your gamer brain and ignite it again and make you fall in love with how awesome video games can be. I started my Doom journey with Doom 2016. I definitely played the old ones in the past, but Doom 2016 was like, it blew my mind with its confidence in just being a fun freaking shooter. That's it. There's no other strings and tassels and other bullshit that apparently is on video game. I've never played a video game with strings and tassels, but how much it knew itself and how confidently it executed every design and gameplay choice made me have one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had in my life. Doom 2016 was front to back, as the doctor would say.
Violence, speed, momentum.
Humanity is on its last leg, and you play as the Doom guy, one mere mortal summoned back to Earth to destroy all of hell's demons and creatures. That's it. That's the whole story. And within 10 seconds of hitting the start button, you're ripping off limbs and putting holes in heads. It was freaking beautiful. And you just jump right into ripping and tearing into demons, and it just makes you feel so powerful, when in reality, you might not be.
Like that guy over there. Who, me?
But that's okay, because in reality, demons aren't occupying Earth. Almost nothing compares to the sheer rate of violence you'll experience and take part in Doom. The violence, and did I forget to mention, the fun. I played the crap out of Doom 2016, eventually becoming numb to playing it on any difficulty that was underneath Ultra Nightmare. And if you don't know what Ultra Nightmare is, it's playing Doom 2016 on Halo 3's legendary difficulty hardness level, forcing you to play a 12-hour long campaign in one life. Pretty much if a breeze touches you, you die. So it's also known as impossible. And after a while, I frankly gave up. So just like the Doomslayer, after the violence and bloodshed had ended, away the game went. Years passed, and 2020 came. COVID happened and the world shut down. We were all stuck in quarantine, bored out of our minds. I want to play Doom Eternal so bad. And when we needed him most, the Doomslayer returned. Doom Eternal came back, and everybody was stoked to play it. And I realize I'm late to the game talking about Doom Eternal, but I don't think that denies an in-depth look at what the sequel did amazingly right. Because from the outside, Doom Eternal looks a lot like more of the same. But once you get your hands onto the game and into a demon's chest cavity and ripping it apart, Doom Eternal takes what Doom 2016 made a 10 and cranks it up to 11.
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Three things that you'll notice right off the bat when you start playing is you have a freaking crazy sharp blade on your wrist, there's a bunch of awesome new glory kills, and you are constantly out of ammo. And when I was playing it, it kind of got me nervous. I was like, what, do I suck at Doom again? I was running out of ammo all the time, I couldn't use my utilities right, and I was swapping my key bindings every 30 seconds. But if you hang in there, because I did, after giving up, and then coming back, keep shooting and keep chainsawing chests and getting the rhythm of the new gameplay loop, you'll come to realize you're collecting pieces of the Doom guy to become an extremely optimal version of his former self. And these might come off as limitations at first, like having to use the chainsaw so much and focusing on cooldowns, but if you let yourself adapt, over time, you'll start to realize that these limitations actually force you to use every single part of your arsenal and make you a much more lethal force to be reckoned with. In Doom 2016, it was pretty much run, dodge, and pull the trigger. And in Doom Eternal, it's run, weak point, meat hook, flame belt, shotgun, glory kill, dash, rocket launch, ballista, rocket launch, ballista, dash, chainsaw, and you rinse and repeat that with 100 other combinations at your choosing. Over time, I fell in love with the process of quick swapping and making effective use of every weapon constantly and consistently. It felt like I was literally extending my IQ and increasing my gamer brain power. Things are just amplified in Doom Eternal. Like throwing a blade on your wrist and changing up every glory kill in the game is just wild.
You fucking dork.
You have the zany character attributes. You have brand new characters that are super badass and definitely a new challenge.
This is so sick.
You have destructible demons where you can blow off limbs and chunks of skin. And the world is just so much more vast. Now every chapter you're jumping between worlds instead of just being in like Earth, Mars, and Hell. The UI, the user interface, is mediocre, if I'm being honest.
That's got to be the ugliest looking UI I have ever seen for any shooter game in the history of shooters. It should be on a mobile device. The mobile gamers, they think they're real.
But you can also mess around with that and make it look pretty clean the way I did. And the soundtrack, the glorious soundtrack. How does Mick Gordon do it? I don't know. The music in the game is like a mixture of like greatest hits of metal plus heavy synthesizers, a food dispenser, and multiple chainsaw noises. It's crazy, but it sounds undeniably good. Like, I'm not the biggest metal fan, but I could listen to Doom Eternal's soundtrack, like, I mean, I'm not while taking a bubble bath, but like, if I'm working out or doing anything that involves my arms, I'm listening to Doom Eternal now. I usually struggle with playing single player games nowadays, especially if they don't have some sort of like amazing story that everybody's gonna talk about, because I feel like it doesn't have much of a point besides it being fun. But Doom accepts that, and it says, okay, we're just gonna let you have fun, and you're not gonna have to think, you're just gonna have to rely on your reflexes and get the job done. Doom lets you just blow off the steam. Shadow of Mordor is like this, where there's just an emphasis on brutal gameplay and you vanquishing an evil force and seeing how powerful you can become. Instead of possibly bottling something up in the real world, instead you can just jump into Doom and vanquish all those inner demons on demons in the virtual game, making peace with yourself. Or maybe you're just a really big fan of the glory kills. Thanks for watching my video. My camera's about to die, so I gotta make this quick. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you didn't. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, see ya.